everyone, I'm Trevor L. Nelson.
And I'm Alex Dark, and we're here with Cinema Summit.
Today we're talking with our good friend Jonathan Levine about what it was like to be a fresh writer out of college, his first meetings that he had about his scripts, and how he got his agent.
Sounds cool.
Awesome. Check it out.
Being a new writer and being new to the development world and Hollywood in general, especially in 2008, was interesting because I don't think, because it was at a transition period for the entire industry. You know, digital was becoming very dominant in the media landscape, and nobody really knew what to do with it yet. People were, not really looking to purchase original ideas. Like the spec market pretty much died off 2006, 2007, and every once in a while somebody would sell an original spec script. But it was interesting because I felt like, the script that I was taking out never sold, but I got pretty close. I got to the CEO of one company and we were having a meeting, and then, it didn't work out that way. But it was interesting because, I would be in meetings talking with people and they'd be like, oh, we love your script, but we're only developing material based on other stuff right now. Do you have any stories that you think you could write a script based off of? I was like, what? It's like, yeah, my stories. They're like, no. It's like, we're trying to find some little hidden gem, some little short story, some little dirty limerick, some little comic book or something that we haven't discovered. Do you know of something? And it's like, well, I'll keep an eye out and let you know. I'd be given a lot of like short stories that then sort of develop into treatments for features. And my representation at the time, we're very optimistic about selling the spec because it was a thriller and it featured, the leads were in their early 20s, and so you could find some hot young star to take the lead. But they were sort of surprised when it didn't sell because it was sort of violating what they thought was what they've been used to. And so they were sort of adapting to the changing landscape as well. And like I said, the fallout from the writer's strike and the economic recession definitely closed a lot of doors. Looking back, I probably had like about 30 meetings from that script. And it was always, when you go into these general meetings, as they're called, you're just seeing if you connect with the person and if you gel with them. And so if you find yourself going into a general meeting and talking with people, I definitely recommend, one habit that I started doing was after the meeting, I would go sit, they give me their business card, and I'd go sit in my car and I'd take notes about what did this person like, just so when I'm going back and thinking about, well, I have this idea for this movie, who can I contact? I'd be able to look through this business card, like, oh, well, this person they love, comedy-based horror films. I should send them this idea. And it's always important to, stay in touch with those people afterwards and just keep the conversation going. The turnover in the development world is pretty quick. So, I have a meeting with somebody, 1 week, and then a few months later I would email them and they're like, oh, they moved to Oregon to open a peanut factory. It's like, oh, okay, well, there you go. I think the journal meetings are fun. It's like, I think the relationship you're looking to establish is just one, you'll know if it's working. It's just like a date or something. Like, if you're meeting with somebody and you're not having a conversation with them and you guys are clearly on different pages and you guys don't have the same interests, then, don't feel bad because that's okay. That's just how it goes. But chances are you're going to find somebody who, loves the same movies as you or loves, the same TV shows as you, and then you just kind of nurture those relationships and just keep in touch with them. Because people, it's their job to read things, so they're always going to be excited about reading things, and they're always probably going to want to read things because they are hoping to find, the diamond in the rough that they can then take to somebody, or the dirty limerick in the rough that hasn't been made into a movie yet. So, you may be able to bring that to them. And you never really know what's going to come out of the meetings. I even, 3 or 4 years after my thesis script went out, I got a call from my representation saying that somebody wanted to meet with me to talk about that script. And this guy had read the script 3 or 4 years ago, and he had nothing to do with it at the time, but now he was at a company that he could do something with it, so would I be interested in meeting with him and developing it and redeveloping for the company, and I did. And so it's like, just because it's like a good idea is a good idea. If you believe what you're writing is great and you get a good response, then people will remember your script. I've gotten a lot of comments and calls from that initial script that I sent out. Even today, people will say like, well, you have anything like this? Or how's that? Whatever happened with that script? That was a great script. So, you know, this is just something that doesn't sell right away. It doesn't mean that it's not a good piece of material and people won't remember it for you and you might get some work off of it years down the road.
Well, guys, if you like that interview, there's plenty more free stuff. That's right, free. Over at cinemasummit.com. You can also like, subscribe, follow, comment below.
Do the whole
that,
thing.
Do that whole thing. The
Yeah.
whole social media thing.
Exactly.
Put it everywhere. Call your mom, call your dad, tell them, hey, check out this video about John Levine.
Yeah. Maybe write a physical letter to someone that
Ooh,
you've never
man.
met before.
Yeah, stamp it. Put it in the mailbox. You'll be bringing us back to the 1900s.